Welcome to my channel. Today I will be teaching the difference between a server workstation and a client workstation on a computer network. The difference between a server workstation and a client workstation on a computer network. Now let's have our diagram as usual. Please pardon me. It's just for explanation's sake, my diagram might be somehow, but I believe you understand what I am doing. So this is workstation 1, workstation 2, workstation 3, and these are the connection cables to the switch so that they can communicate among themselves. Now this is LAN. I have explained this one in one of my previous videos. Now, what are the differences? How do we know that workstation 1, for instance, is a server, or it's workstation 2 that is a server, or it's workstation 3 that is a server, or it is workstation 1 that is a client, or workstation 2 or workstation 3? How we know this is that there are three things we look at to differentiate them. One, the task. The task being performed on the network. What is the task that the workstation is performing? What is the task that the workstation is performing? Now, if it is a server, it is a server on the network, it provides services to the client on the network. It also makes resources that's network resources available on the network. Please listen to it very carefully because it's very important. A server will provide services on the network to the client, and it does this in such a way that it can provide a service for different clients at the same time on the network. That is, if clients, more than one client, demand for a particular service at the same time, a server can provide it on the network. And again, a server can also demand for a service from another server on the network. So you can see it like that. See how it is now. But a client workstation we always demand for services and resources on the network. So a client will only demand for a service or services and maybe a resource or resources on the network. It cannot provide, a client cannot provide a service on the network. Now, number 2, type of software installed. The type of software that is running on the workstation. Now, if it is a server, it will have server software running on it. If it is a client, it will have application software running on it. Now, when you say server software, application software, these are things that you are supposed to know under computer training, and these are fundamentals. We are now dealing with computer networking. So I will not be able to go into all those details here, but if you want to, you can read more on that on computer training, under computer training. But this is because they are fundamental, so it is believed that you must have passed through and passed beyond that stage in coming to computer networking. Now, number 3, that's system configuration. When we say system configuration, we mean what are the things that are installed in that workstation. What are their rating, their capacity, and all that. Now, these are parts of computers anyway. Computers has 2 major parts: the software part and the hardware part. So here now we are talking of the hardware part. So what are the hardware, the configuration of the hardware that are installed in the workstation? Now, if it is RAM, that's random access memory, it has to be high, very high in server. If it is processor, no, that is in RAM, the RAM capacity has to be high. In processor, the processor speed has to be high in server. So it has to be high in server. Now, if it is hard disk, no, the hard disk, that's where it store information. As I said, I don't need to be going into details of all that. So it has, the capacity also has to be high in server. So everything about server, when it comes to configuration, is very, very high, because it performs multitask. If not so, the server will break down. It will not be able to function well. But when it comes to client workstation, all you need to do is to install or look for a workstation that has normal configuration. What I mean by normal configuration, configuration that can make it to perform its work effectively. It does not need to be very high. Once the task that is carrying out is simple, that is, for instance, if you are just using it for typing, it asks Microsoft for typing there. All you need to do is just to look for normal rating of all this: the RAM, processor, and then hard drive. Look for a system that has normal configuration. But if it is high also, no problem. But at times, except for instance, if you are using for something like AutoCAD, you look for very high also. But the server configurations will still be higher than it, because, for instance, if it's using AutoCAD, and because that will be demanding for every data and service. So where it's going to demand it from has to be higher in configuration than itself. So these are the these are the differences, between a server workstation and then a client workstation. So thank you for coming to my channel. So I will make another video very soon on yet another topic. So watch out. Thank you. Bye.